Good morning, students. Myself S.J. Bhatmari, taking lecture on Hydraulics 1. In the fourth chapter, Laminar and Turbulent Flow, today we are going to discuss about dimensionless numbers. Okay, so in last lecture, we are already discussed about the modeling and similitude. Okay, so today we are going to discuss about dimensionless numbers. What do you know about dimensionless numbers? Why it is required, or what are the applications of this? Okay, so dimensionless numbers are the numbers which are obtained by dividing the inertia force by viscous force or gravity force or pressure force or surface tension force or elastic force. Okay, as this is the ratio of one's force to other, it will be a dimensionless number. These are also called non-dimensional parameters. The following are the most important dimensionless numbers: Reynolds number, Froude's number, Euler's number, Weber's number, Mach's number. These are the dimensionless numbers. Okay, so let's start with the Reynolds number. It is denoted by Re. Okay, it is the ratio of inertia force to the viscous force of flowing fluid. Reynolds number is equal to Fi divided by Fv, which is equal to mass into velocity upon time divided by shear stress area, which is equal to rho into volume upon time into velocity divided by shear stress into area. That is rho into q into phi divided by tau a, which is equal to rho av into phi divided by mu into du by dy a, which is equal to rho av into phi divided by mu into vl divided by a into a, which is equal to rho vl divided by mu, which is equal to vl upon v. This is Reynolds dimensionless number. Re is equal to vl upon v. Okay, then Froude's number, that is Fe, it is the ratio of inertia force to the gravity force of flowing fluid, which is nothing but Fe is equal to in bracket under square root Fi divided by Fg, where Fi is equal to mass into velocity upon time and Fg is equal to mass gravitational acceleration, which is equal to rho into volume upon time into velocity divided by mass gravitational acceleration under square root. Okay, so we can get F is equal to, after putting the values, V upon square root GL, that is Froude's number. Fe is equal to V upon square root GL, which is dimensionless number. Then Mach number, M, it is the ratio of inertia force to the elastic force of flowing fluid. M is equal to Fi upon Fe under square root. So under square root mass into velocity upon time divided by elastic stress area, which is equal to under square root rho into volume upon time into velocity divided by elastic stress area. By putting the values, we get m is equal to phi upon c, where c is equal to under square root k upon rho. Okay, so Mach number is m is equal to phi upon c. Then model laws or similarity laws. We have already learned that for dynamic similarity, ratio of corresponding forces acting on prototype and model should be equal, that is Fe upon F for prototype is equal to model, that is Fv, Fg, Fp, Fs, Fe, Fl are the same for the prototype is equal to the for model. Force of inertia comes in play when sum of all other forces is not equal to 0, which means Fv plus Fg plus Fp plus Fs plus Fe is equal to Fl. Thus, dynamic similarity requires that Fl for prototype divided by Fl for model. In case all the forces are equally important, the above two equations cannot be satisfied for model analysis. Okay. However, for practical problems, it is seen that one force is most significant compared to others and is called predominant force or most significant force. Thus, for practical problem, only the most significant force is considered for dynamic similarity. Hence, models are designed on the basis of ratio of force, which is dominating in the phenomenon. Finally, the laws on which models are designed for dynamic similarity are called Model's laws or laws of similarity. The following are the model laws. Okay, Reynolds model law and Freud's model law. Okay, there are others also, Euler's model law, Weber's model law, Mach model laws are there. Okay, so Reynolds model law, it is based on Reynolds number and states that Reynolds number for model must be equal to the Reynolds number for prototype. Okay, so what is Reynolds model law? It is based on Reynolds number and it states that Reynolds number for model must be equal to the Reynolds number for prototype. Reynolds model law is used in problems where viscous forces are dominant. These problems include pipe flow, resistance experienced by submarine aeroplanes, fully immersed bodies, etc. So it shows that Reynolds number for prototype is equal to Reynolds number for model, which is equal to Vp into Lp divided by Vp is equal to Vm Lm divided by Vm. Okay, so we can get the values by putting Vr is equal to Vp upon Vm, Lr is equal to Lp upon Lm, and Vr is equal to Up upon Vm. Okay, Reynolds model law. The various ratios for Reynolds law are obtained as sin C into bracket VL upon V for the prototype is equal to VL upon V for model, and V is equal to mu divided by rho. Then velocity ratio Vr is equal to Vp upon Vm. Time ratio Tr is equal to Tp upon Tm. Acceleration ratio Ar is equal to Ap upon Am. Discharge ratio Qr is equal to Ap Vp upon Am Vm. Okay. Force ratio Fr is equal to Mr Ar. Power ratio PR is equal to FR VR. Okay. So let's take one example for Reynolds model law. Question: a pipe of diameter 1.5 meter is required to transport an oil of specific gravity 0.90 and viscosity 3 into 10 raised to minus 2 twice at the rate of 3000 liter per second. Tests were conducted on a 15 centimeter diameter pipe using water at 20 degrees centigrade. Find the velocity and rate of flow in the model. Okay. So solution: prototype data has been given and model data has been given. Diameter dp is equal to 1.5 meter. Viscosity of fluid mu p is given. Discharge qp is given. Specific gravity sp is equal to given. Density of oil is equal to rho p is given. Okay, for pipe flow according to Reynolds model law, by putting the values in the formula, we get Vm upon Vp is equal to 3.0. Since Vp is equal to Qp upon Ap is equal to 3.0 divided by pi divided by 4, pi by 4 into 1.5 square, which is equal to 1.697 meter per second. So Vm is equal to 3.0 Vp, which is equal to 5.09 Lm per second, 5.091 meter per second, and Qm is equal to Vm into Am. By putting the values in the formula, we get Qm is equal to 0.0899 meter cube per second. Okay. Then the second problem: a ship 300 meter long moves in the sea water whose density is 1030 kg per meter cube. 1 has to 100 model of ship. This ship is to be tested in a wind tunnel. The velocity of air in the wind tunnel around the model is 30 meter per second and the resistance of the model is 60 Newton. Determine the velocity of ship in the seawater and also the resistance of ship in seawater. The density of air is given as 1.24 kg per meter cube. Take the kinematic viscosity of air and seawater as 0.012 Stokes and 0.018 Stokes respectively. So for prototype and for model we have the values for length, fluid, density of seawater, kinematic viscosity, let velocity of Cp, Vp and resistance Fp we are considering. So putting the values in the formula for dynamic similarity between model and prototype, the Reynolds number for both of them should be equal. Okay, so Vp is equal to 0.2 meter per second we get, since resistance is equal to mass into acceleration, that is rho L square into V square. Thus Fv upon Fm is equal to, by putting the values in the formula we get 369.17. So Fe is equal to 369.17 into 60, that is equal to 22,150.2 Newton. Okay. Then Frod's model number. It is based on Frod's number and states that Frod's number for model must be equal to the Frod's number of prototype, similarly as that of the Reynolds model law. Okay, so Frod's model law is used in problem where gravity force is only dominant to control flow in addition to inertia force. These problems include free surface flows such as flow over spillway, weir, sluice, channels, etc. Flow object from orifice and nozzle, waves on surface of fluid, motion of fluids with different velocities over one another. Okay, so Frod's model law says that Fe for prototype is equal to Fe for model. Okay, and where Vr is equal to Vp upon Vm and Lr is equal to Lp upon Lm. Okay. The various ratios for Reynolds law are obtained as sin C is Vp upon underscore root Lp is equal to Vm upon underscore root Lm. That is velocity ratio V, R, time ratio Tr, acceleration ratio Ar, discharge ratio Qr, force ratio Fr, and power ratio Pr. As similar to the Reynolds number we have for the model's law, that is similar for model and prototype. We have the values. Let's take one example. Question 1. In the model test of a spillway, the discharge and velocity of flow over the model were 2 meter cube per second and 1.5 meter per second respectively. Calculate the velocity and discharge over the prototype, which is 36 times the model size. So given that for model discharge, velocity and linear scale ratio has been given, and for prototype discharge over prototype we have to calculate velocity over prototype Vp we have to calculate. For discharge we are putting the values in the formula Qp upon Qm is equal to Lr raised to 2.5, that is 36 raised to 2.5. So we get Qp is equal to 15,552 meter cube per second. For dynamic similarity, Frod's model law is used. Vp upon Vm is equal to under square root Lr. So Vp upon Vm we get 6. So Vp is equal to 6.6 into 1.5 is equal to 9 meter per second. Similarly, the next question, second, the characteristics of the spillway are to be studied by means of geometrically similar model constructed to the scale of 1:10. If 28.3 cubic is the maximum rate of flow in prototype, what will be the corresponding flow in model? And second, If 2.4 meter per second, 50 mm and 3.5 Newton meter are the values of velocity at a point on the spillway, height of hydraulic jump and energy dissipated per second in model, what will be the corresponding velocity, height of hydraulic jump and energy dissipation per second in prototype? So solution, given that for model discharge velocity, height of hydraulic jump, energy dissipation per second and linear scale ratio LR has been given. Okay, so these values as per given. And for prototype, discharge over model has been given, velocity over model we have to calculate, height of hurdle jump, that is HP, we have to calculate, and energy dissipation per second EP we have to calculate. Okay, so for solution, for discharge we have the formula QP upon QM is equal to LR raised to 2.5. Putting the values we get VP is equal to 7.589 meter per second. Okay, and for hydraulic jump, HP upon HM is equal to LR is equal to 10. So by getting, we get HP is equal to 500 mm. For energy dissipation, EP upon EM is equal to LR raised to 3 by 3.5. So putting the values we get EP is equal to 11,067.9 Newton meter per second. Okay, so by solving these problems related to Reynolds model law and Proust model law. Okay, so thank you very much. We are completed our fourth chapter, laminar and turbulent flow. In that we discussed about the different concepts related to laminar flow and turbulent flow. So thank you very much.